Hello, this is Patricia from patriciafenty.com, and today I'm going to do a review on this Lion Brand yarn, Shawl in a Cake. And I have two colors here, and it is a self-striping yarn. And so I'll just go over the particulars first. I'll give you the information about this yarn. So this is called a number 4 medium weight yarn. It is 58% cotton, 39% acrylic, and 3% other fibers. And this is a 5.3 ounce ball or 150 grams. There's 480 yards or 444 meters. Now they are recommending to use a J10 or a 6mm crochet hook with this. Now this is a Jade Pool. It's a self-striping yarn. And this one here is Mellow Muse, and you can see how the pattern repeats there. Now I've been working with this one here, and they do have a lot of really lovely colors. And I do love working with a self-striping yarn because it creates a nice pattern without having to change your yarns, and it's always a bit of a surprise how it turns out. And I do really like the yarn. I am making a baby blanket with it. I'm not making a shawl, I'm actually making a baby blanket. And it is a lovely yarn. It's very soft. The self-striping pattern is lovely. But the one complaint I have is that they're calling this a number 4 medium weight yarn. And in my mind, this is really more like a number 3. I would call it a number 3. And so I have, for example, a Peyton's Canadiana, which is a number 4 medium weight yarn. And so you can see here that it's, it's definitely bulkier than the Lion Brand yarn. And I think the Canadiana is actually a bit of a fine yarn for number 4 as well. And if you get into some of the Bernat brands, I have the Bernat Premium here, and this is a number 4 medium weight yarn. And you can see how much bulkier that is. I'll just bring the camera in a little closer so you can see this a little better. I'll zoom in and zoom out. One more. There we go. So you can see there's a fairly significant difference in the weight of those yarns. Now it could be that they're calling this a number 4 and they're calling for a fairly large size hook, and they're making this for a shawl. So the pattern or the stitches that would be recommended for the shawl are going to be big loose stitches, but still I would call this a number 3. Other than that, it is really quite lovely to work with. As I say, the colors are fabulous. And so I'm using it for this baby blanket. And this is one full cake of yarn. Oh, I'll just zoom out again here. Here we go. So this is one cake of yarn so far, and I am using a 3mm crochet hook, and my stitches are much smaller and tight, and so definitely you can make a shawl with one of these cakes of yarn. That would be no problem at all. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to make a shawl or a nice scarf out of this color here. So it's really quite lovely. So for the amount of yarn you get, I think it's really good value. It's essentially like 2 balls of yarn on one cake. This is $7 to $10 US for one cake of yarn. I think the regular price is $9.99, but it can be on sale for $6.99. And in Canada, this will be $12 to $13 Canadian. I'll put a link below for some sources for this. And yeah, and like I say, I'm using a 3mm crochet hook for this. So I think overall, I would really recommend this yarn. It's a beautiful yarn to work with. It's very soft. It crochets up really beautifully. And because it's a cotton acrylic blend, it'll be nice to care for. And so other than them calling this a number 4, everything else about it is fabulous. So I hope you find that helpful, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more informative and inspiring videos. Thank you for joining me.